So, just kind of reiterating some of the things that the previous two speakers have said, this was a surprise. It really changes the outlook from the perspective of what the slaughter numbers are going to be. Instead of looking back at 2020, I think this actually puts us back somewhere pretty close to where we were in terms of slaughter volume in 2019. And it, gives us a really stronger outlook with respect to prices. I think the wild cards out there, and Daniel was kind of alluding to it, part of this is about what's going to happen with respect to demand domestically and internationally, particularly as you think about demand at the hotel, restaurant, institutional level. One of the positives coming out of this first quarter is the fact that the U.S. is apparently ahead of many other countries with respect to vaccinations and perhaps a return to more normal behavior on the part of consumers. I think there's a lot of pent-up demand among consumers to get out, a lot of pent-up demand at the restaurant and institutional level. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But it's going to be in an environment where the slaughter supplies and the pork supplies are quite a bit smaller than expected coming into this report. The other wild card, of course, remains what's going to happen on the international front. Our pork exports last year to China were roughly double what they were in 2019. And there's a tremendous amount of uncertainty about what that volume might be for the rest of 2021. Given the issues that they seem to be having with African swine fever, what does that imply about pork exports? And will we see a rebound in those pork exports? They were a little bit weaker in January, I think, but are we going to see a rebound in that? That could provide an additional source of price strength. So it could be a very, very positive year for pork producers, as Joe indicated at the outset. I can agree with that perspective. It is going to be an opportunity for the industry to recapture some of the losses that they earned throughout a very difficult 2020.